What's up, guys? So, I decided to do a Q&A about, well, mostly anacondas, but I got a bunch of questions about reptiles in general. So we're doing that. This is my friend Casey. He has
How's it going?
little to no experience with anacondas, so he's going to be my example for how nice they can be. Point A.
Yeah, such a man-eater.
This is one of my smaller ones, Tinley. He's super nice. Yeah, so let's get to the questions.
First question from a...
So hold on, I asked you guys questions on my Instagram and my Facebook page, so about anacondas, and well, I asked you to ask me about them, so I can do this video.
First question from a Nilton Gomez. Anaconda growth rate. Yearly breakdowns for males and females.
Okay, well,
How big, how soon?
this is a female. She's about 1.5 years old. So, yeah, they grow pretty slow. Retics can get bigger than this in a year. So these guys take about 6 years to become considered adult. Breeding age is an adult, so 6 years to be basically big. Next.
From a Peyton D range, what type of reptile facility do you work at?
Okay, so I don't actually work at a reptile facility. They're more, it's more of a hobby, or I kind of made it my life. All these animals I own. I don't work at a facility. I have a facility with my brother. He breeds sperms and retics, and the facility I usually post pictures of are of his facility, and we just kind of share the work and do it all together.
How are your anacondas so tame? From a Rihanna Jane.
I handle them a lot. I try and take them out every day. I handle them, kind of like how he's handling that one. Just let them crawl around.
They're just nuggets. You gotta love them.
Yeah, pretty much.
From Nilton Gomez again. Cost of keeping an adult green anaconda and the amount of space you have to dedicate to it.
Okay, so space. I keep my big ones in an 8-foot cage. The cost varies. It depends on how often you want to feed them. I usually feed once a week. You can feed every 2 weeks with adults. So yeah, rabbits, you buy rabbits, usually they'll cost you around $5 for a big rabbit, depending on how big the snake is. And then depends on how much your electricity bill is, which is also part of the cost. And yeah.
From Demetrius Swartz. Do you have any intention of breeding the condas?
Breeding?
Yes. Do you have any intention to breed the condas?
I am breeding them. I have one that's hopefully pregnant. She's locked up with the male quite a few times, and I never saw it ovulate, so I can't be positive. But she has like inverted, and what that means is like she kind of flips upside down to get heat to like all sides of her body. So yeah, so hopefully she's pregnant.
From a Simon Pells. The one question he has is, in the wild, do they love and live in the water? Like, is the water their territory?
No, they do spend a lot of time in the water, like a lot of time in the water, but they also go on land, a lot.
From a Chandler Patel. Okay, let me stop that. How did you know anacondas were the snake for you? And have you had any incidents concerning the snakes? And how much do you charge for one of those amazing creatures? She's not selling them, so don't even ask, because I've tried.
I'm not selling any yet. Hopefully when I get babies, or if I get babies, I could sell them.
Yeah, well, we know I'm getting all of those, so.
No.
Every single one. They're all named nuggets.
What's the question?
I'm sorry. How did you know anacondas were the snake for you?
I didn't. I've always had snakes, or reptiles throughout my life. I've always had some sort of reptile, and so.
You're such a podcast.
And so I decided I wanted an anaconda because they're always interesting to me. I always thought they were like the coolest snake, and so I went and bought one off Craigslist because I wanted one.
Because you can get anything on Craigslist.
Well, yeah, but like I couldn't find any at any like pet stores or anything where I was looking, and so I decided to look online, and I found one on Craigslist, which was actually Puppy, who's staring at me right here.
We'll see Puppy later.
Puppy, come on, Puppy. I got this one off Craigslist. She turned out to be the coolest anaconda and the coolest snake. I completely fell in love with her, and that's kind of how I figured out anacondas were my favorite and the snake for me. So, right? I just don't want to help.
Hello, gorgeous. How are you?
So, yeah.
From Shannon Beecham. What's it like having such big snakes?
I mean, they're kind of just like a pet. I mean, it depends on how you see snakes. It depends on like how. I don't know exactly how to say that.
This one gets asked a lot on here, but from a Michael J. English, how often do you feed them, and how many rabbits/rats do you give them in a sitting?
I give them, depending on the snake, the size of the snake, she'll get a rabbit. She eats rabbits. All babies will eat rabbits. She'll get a rabbit about that big, and then Puppy here will get a rabbit that's about 4 or 5 pounds, maybe more.
Fatty.
Some big rabbits. Usually just one in a sitting though, unless they're like tiny little things. But usually I have bigger ones.
I can use her to swipe my screen. From a Crimson Corns, so I assume that's another seller. What do you plan on doing in the future besides educating others about the beauty and gentle nature of anacondas?
I have no clue.
That's a very good answer.
I am trying to breed them, so that's kind of more of a future/current thing. So there's that, and I still plan to educate people because they still do have that stereotype. People still do see them as man-eaters/villains or whatever. The media has
so deadly.
The media has really villainized, especially anacondas, but snakes in general. So I kind of want to change that as much as I can.
From a Taylor Height. Have you ever been bitten by one of your anacondas?
Yes. The babies usually bite more often. Actually, the babies bite a lot more. The big ones never do. The only time I ever got bit by a big one was I was at this news thing, and there's other snakes there and like other things, and the person I was working with decided to put a different kind of snake into the same tub as my anaconda, which is not Puppy. It was the other big one I have, the one who's pregnant right now. They're both in their own separate bags, and they decided to put it like next to each other in the same like tub we were using to like move them. And so the other snake, which was a blackhead, decided to pee, in which my anaconda did not like that whatsoever. And when I went to go pick her up, she ended up biting me. She actually bit me like 3 times on my arm. I'll show a picture of it.
Okay, now for Instagram comments. The first one is from Madeline33. Are anacondas as dangerous as people make them out to be?
No, not really, not exactly. They can be aggressive, yes. It does take some handling to get them nice. See, just kind of pet them. She does nothing. No, they're not as mean as people try and make them out to be. They're nothing like the movie. They're nothing like that stupid show, Eaten Alive. Which, by the way, I get this question a lot. People ask me a lot, like, how did I end up on snake bite? It's because of the whole Eaten Alive Discovery Channel thing. I've known Brian for a while. I've done some YouTube stuff with him before, but when the whole Eaten Alive thing came about, he called me and said he wanted to do like a rebuttal on it for snake bites. And so, apparently, well, I have anacondas, and he has known me for that. So he called me and asked me if I was interested in doing it next time he was in California. I said, sure, I'd love to, because I hate the stereotype they have, and that show just kind of made it worse. So that's how I ended up on snake bites.
From a Millbraver. Do you believe that women are just as capable of owning/handling large snakes as men?
Yes.
No. Oh.
Shut up. I'm kind of an example. I mean, I don't see myself as one, but I guess I kind of am. But I handle all my snakes by myself. Usually, I mean, I always have someone close by. So yeah.
I ain't helping you.
Puppy, hi. I do handle them. I clean their cages all on my own. Women are just as capable. It doesn't really take much muscle. I mean, muscle helps to like move them around, handle them, because some of them are big. So it's kind of a technique. You can kind of like point a snake in the direction you want it to go, and it'll kind of go that way, and you kind of just tickle their tail and they'll just end up going that direction. As long as you're pointing them in that direction, they're really easy to move and handle.
From a crazy cat lady _92. Hi, I'm looking to get a snake. I've never owned one before and I have little to no experience handling them. What is a good starter snake?
Either a ball python or a corn snake. I mean, here.
Look at it.
I have a couple ball pythons. They're really good starter snakes. They stay pretty small. They're usually really, really friendly. I mean, once in a while you'll get one that's head shy and will strike, but most of the time they're just kind of a ball.
You're their own blankie.
They're really cute too. They don't get big. They're the nicest, friendliest ones. Corn snakes, I haven't dealt with a lot, but they are good pets as well. And they also don't get as big. So, yeah. Either corn snake or a ball python.
Don't get any ideas. From a Mick Helleray. What is your favorite reptile of all time? Doesn't have to be a snake. LOL.
Favorite reptile?
Yes.
I don't know. I like monitors a lot, besides snakes. But, I mean, anacondas are obviously my favorite. But croc monitors, I love them. I really want a Komodo dragon, mostly because you aren't allowed to have them, which makes me want one more. So, they're really cool. I mean, I think Komodo dragon, because they're the coolest things, they're big. You're not allowed to have them, so, yeah.
So you want things that'll kill you.
Just don't get big.
True statement. I'm sorry. Next question is from a Jordan Alexander Photography. I have experience with Burmese and boas, and I've always wanted a green anaconda. Am I better working my way up to a retic first, or just getting a green anaconda? Or am I just best jumping in and getting a green?
Wait, what?
Here you go. I couldn't see half of it because this little punk.
Oh. Am I better working my way up with the retic first or yellow anacondas? Okay, so there is a little bit of a difference between greens and yellow anacondas. Yellows, in my experience, I mean, there are many nice ones out there, but yellows tend to have more of an attitude. Greens are easier to calm down, and they're a little bit friendlier in my experience. That noise you hear is my monitor trying to escape.
You're in timeout.
But yeah, if you want an anaconda that stays a little bit smaller, yes, get a yellow, but no, they are going to be a little bit more bitey, and they're going to take a little bit more work to calm down. If you have experience with retics and berms, like, yes, sure, get an anaconda, as long as you have experience. They are a little bit different. They take a lot more water, more humidity, but...
Yeah, it's hot in here.
But yes, if you have experience with big snakes, an anaconda is probably the next step.
Next question from a Reptile Rob. Do you think they will remove the ban?
We have the injunction, which took the green anacondas and retics off not exactly off the Lacey Act, but we're allowed to ship them. We can go between states with them as long as you're a USARK member before a certain date. Hey! But yeah, berms and yellow anacondas and African rocks are still on the Lacey Act, which is why we have a lawsuit against the government right now that USARK is working on. So, yeah, by the way, support USARK. They are doing a lot for us. They did get us the injunction, so we can ship anacondas, or green anacondas and retics.
Next question is the one about the temperature and the size of the tank.
Okay, so temperatures, On the hot end, you want to keep it around between 92 and 90, and the cold end around 80 is good. Temperature, yes, you need a lot of humidity. I have a humidifier in here. And also a tub of water that usually sits on the floor, so that helps build up humidity in the room. The tub of water is for a monitor. I let him roam around during the day, so he likes to play in the water, which is why the tub's there. So, yeah. I'll just show you how big the tank is. Or it's a cage, not a tank. Tanks aren't really the best for snakes because if they have the screen lid on top, it lets too much heat out and they can get respiratory for that. So, yeah, I'll just show you how big the cage is.
Okay.
You should hold the cage. Okay, so here. Yeah. So, the cage is 8 feet. I'm 5'10". So, and it's 3 feet wide. So, it's a pretty big cage. She can coil up in one end of it, and it's pretty good. She can coil up in one end and be perfectly fine because they do like smaller spaces. So, yeah. I fit in it very comfortably. I mean, I could sleep in here.
From a Zeus the Beardy, how long does it take to tame down a giant snake that has the potential of swallowing you whole?
Okay, so they can't physically swallow you whole. It's impossible for them to get around our shoulders, so they're not man-eaters at all. It's been proven. But for a big one that's not the nicest, it does take a while to tame them down. Because once they're like adults, they're kind of set in their ways, so it's a little bit harder to get to like kind of like break them out of that. Babies, it's pretty easy. You just gotta handle them. So that's pretty much it. They are not man-eaters. They cannot swallow you whole.
Look at it! It's so cute!
This is Blue, by the way. We got another one
That's
out.
Nugget.
His name's Blue.
His name's Nugget.
His name's Blue. He likes me better. Look at him.
Oh shit, he's my friend. Gonna be one snake missing today.
No.
From a Shannon C100, do you read all of the comments?
Yes, I do.
Even the mean ones.
Even the mean ones.
And the stupid ones.
Yeah.
Are anacondas easy to care for?
Kind of. Not exactly. They take a lot of water, a lot of humidity. I take them out. Well, for the babies, they have a bowl that they can fit in and soak. So there's that. But for the big ones, I can't fit a bowl in their cage where they can fit in it. So I take them out 2 to 3 times a week, and I have a big tub. It's pretty big. They can soak in that, and I let them soak in that for a couple hours. So there's that. I keep the big ones on paper because it's easy to clean. The babies are on shredded aspen, which is easier to clean for babies. The big ones, you go through a lot of it, so it's easier to keep on paper. Care for them, it's not hard. You just gotta keep the heat up to like the temperature they need and humidity. And that's pretty much it in feeding them.
From a Dylan07C, how many pets do you personally own, such as Max and Puppy?
Too many to count. Max is my croc monitor. His name's Maximus. Puppy is my big favorite anaconda out of all of them. She's the one I've showed you already. I have a lot. I have 9 anacondas, 8 greens, 1 yellow, 2 ball pythons, lots of crested geckos, a water monitor, a berm, a retic. I have 2 random boas. Yes, I have boas, just red tails, and I have something else. That's what I said. I have too many to count because I also have snakes with my brother because he breeds them and stuff. So there's a lot. I don't know how to count them or explain that.
This is my favorite.
That's because that was the first one you held. That's why it's your favorite.
Still.
He does not care whatsoever.
Love punk too. From a King Major, considering you have a male, what would be the estimated growth rate for a baby fed on a weekly basis?
This is a male. This is my biggest male. He is almost 4 years old and he's 7 feet. He is fed on a weekly basis. So, the growth rate, he's almost 4 and he's 7 feet. They can get a little bit bigger. It just depends on that snake's metabolism. But this is like the average size for almost 4-year-old. Arrow, which is another female I have, she is just about 8 feet. I don't know her exact age, but I'm guessing she's around, she is 8 feet. I'm guessing she's 4 or 5 years old. But yeah, depending on, just guessing from her size, that's it. She's also fed on weekly basis.
Joey Claiborne, how many times have you been tagged? Oh wait, no, that's never mind. Never mind. It's like how many times have you been tagged, even by your big ones, so like bitten?
So, like I said before, my big one, my biggest one has only ever bitten me once. And that was just an error made by someone who decided to put 2 snakes next to each other that don't like each other, I should say. Baby ones tend to bite more often if you kind of let them. This is Nugget. He is my smallest and youngest. He has bitten me once actually. I had him wrapped around my wrist, and I went to go do this with my hair, and he was on my wrist, and he ended up biting me like this because I made the mistake of putting too close to my face when he wasn't like that calm yet. That was just a mistake. It's all human error. It's not the snake's fault whatsoever. He's a baby, so he can be a little bit nippier. The bigger ones calm down. Like I said, all it takes is handling. See, like, he's fine being handled like this, as long as you don't like scare him or touch him where he doesn't want to be touched, like the side of his face. Don't do that. Honestly, I do get bit all the time. I work with baby berms and retics as well, and as hatchlings, they're not the friendliest. They're a little bit nippy, but you can break any snake out of that as long as you handle them and pretty much show them love. Owning snakes, it just comes with the territory. You're gonna get bit once in a while. All you do is handle the snake to make it as calm as possible. See, Nugget's fine. Even as a baby, he's perfectly fine being held. By the way, he was a runt. He was the smallest out of when I bought him and his sister at the same time. He is the smallest. He was the smallest one out of the litter, and so he was the runt. But he is about 1 year old now, and it did take me a while to get him eating. But now he's on rabbits, baby little pinky rabbits. But yes, he's about 1 year old, and he's twice the size he was when I got him. He was a tiny little baby. So, if you guys like the question and answer video, I'll try and do another one later on. Let me know if you like this idea. Follow me on Instagram and my Facebook page. Also, my brother's Facebook page because, well, I do that too. So, and him. He's pretty cool.
Don't follow him.
No, follow him. He's cool.
Yeah.
He's funny. So subscribe to this. Don't forget, please support USARK. They're doing so much to help us out. So take care, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Living the dream. Living the dream. Yeah, she's a killer. She's a man-eater. Oh my god, my life's so in danger.
I hope you realize it's recording.
Huh?
I hope you realize it's recording.
Oh, my bad. Hello, snake. I love you. I love you too, poop mouth. Oh, sorry. Well then, there's my nipple. Yeah. I'm gonna do some censorship here. Hello? You wanna come out?
Do you want to pull her out or you want me to?
No, I got her. Come here. Come here, Patty.
Hey, she's got my butt.
Okay.
So, yeah. Wait, no, show me.
Well, I got a snake going between my legs. What do you want me to do?
Oh, God. Yeah. Ow.
Do you mind?
So that's Casey.
Hey, how's it going?
You want some help?
Nah, I got her. She's just being sassy. Go. Puppy, you're too heavy.
Let's let her go. I got her. This chair squeaks. Or stool, I should say.
What is your favorite type of viper?
I like gaboons.
Yeah.
They're kind of cool.
Yeah.
They're like big and bulky, but still cool.
Like,
they have the biggest fangs too.
Yeah, they're like giant sausages that just kind of slither across the ground.
That has the potential to hurt you.
Well, yeah. Your next question is from a dashingly good-looking guy called Terminal Casey. How much In-N-Out do you consume on a weekly basis?
I live on the West Coast. I live in California, so
Don't beat around the bush. We want a direct answer.
I'm getting to it.
Mm-hmm.
I have an In-N-Out a mile away from me, so I eat it a lot. It's my favorite. If you ever meet me and want me to like you, get me In-N-Out, please.
Don't enable her anymore.
It's kind of, I have an In-N-Out addiction.
His name is Nugget. Acknowledge it.
That's Nugget.
I don't care. They're all named Nugget, except for Puppy. I just came here for the snakes.
Yeah, he just came for the snakes. So people always ask me where they can meet me or whatever, but I am at every show in Southern California. There is one next month in July 18th and 19th in San Diego that I will be at. I'm also going to be at Pomona in August, and there's another Pomona show in January. And yeah, so I'll be at those shows in Southern California. I'm not taking any snakes to this one, but I will be at Arlington NARBC this year in last weekend of August. I'll be there. So yeah, come say hi.